This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, a podcast dedicated to the history and lore of the Final Fantasy series. Join us as we take a deep dive into the different worlds, characters, and so much more. Alright, welcome back, Warriors of Light, to another episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast. I am one of your hosts, Ben of Temeria, and always with me are my two good friends, Steven.
Yo.
And Trey.
Hello.
And today we are back on our locations, and we are finally getting into Final Fantasy VIII. And so, yeah, another big Final Fantasy game after 7. Which we stated in our 7 episodes. From 7 on, there's going to be a lot more commentary because we will have a lot more input into these episodes because typically this is the time where all of us really started playing with Final Fantasy. And
just wait till we get to the next game.
Oh, I know, yeah. So this game, Trey has a lot of commentary for. Next episode, when
I don't know if a lot, but I will
you have
definitely
commentary.
be the majority.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, next episode, definitely Steven, because, God knows how many times he's played that game.
It's going to be a 6-parter.
It's
Please
funny,
don't.
though, you mentioned that people started with this, though, because this was my first Final Fantasy VIII.
Well, 7, 8 typically is around the time where a lot of people were getting into Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean,
once it got on the PS1, it got more.
When you look at the cover art, when you saw the cover art of 7, you see blonde dude with a big freaking sword on his back.
Mm-hmm.
You see the cover for 8.
A little bit of a
cool looking dude, but like a sword with a gun attached to it. That's one combo. Like,
I think
pretty cool.
I think the cover is him and Renoa.
Is it?
Hugging,
yeah,
right?
they're looking at each other.
Yeah, I don't think there's him. I don't think his gun.
I liked the cover, but again, it was my first Final
cover?
Fantasy.
FF8 cover. I couldn't remember what the cover. I thought it was
like
showed
the one with the Final Fantasy art.
So there was a few different covers they did. Right. They did one with Squall with the gunblade and like cross section of himself, and then the other cover with Squall, Runa, and I can't remember this other guy's name.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at it's just him holding her basically, and it's got like the sunrise or something like that. That red and yellow gold.
That's what I mean by like the Final Fantasy cover, where it has the different colored lettering, and you typically has a somewhere like.
I'm talking about the game cover. I'm talking game cover.
I think that's what the cover is for 8. I mean, even 7 is not. It's the meteor and the crystal. It's not Cloud with the sword.
Cloud's with the sword on the cover.
Is he?
Yeah.
Like on the disc box.
Yeah. It's the traditional him looking out towards Midgard with the sword on his back.
I thought it was the meteor and crystal.
Nope. I'm looking at the original art right now on Google. Same for
Oh, you're right,
8.
yeah. Okay, you're right.
And 8's the same. Well, you have Squall, Runa, and I can't remember the third guy on the cover. but
it'd probably be Cypher then. But I don't know what cover that is.
He's a blonde. If that helps.
He was like brown hair.
Maybe brown hair? I don't remember. Oh, brownish hair, yeah. They all have art, which Steve is talking. Yes, that's what Steven is talking about.
But either way,
art.
We're not here to talk about the cover.
No, we are here to I mean, we can. But we are here talking about the locations.
Hello, Pandemic Patrick. You're my new favorite.
Skull looking happy as always. Yes. He always looks happy, doesn't he?
Oh, he's always so happy.
So, first off, we have Balam, which is a country in 8, according to the Final Fantasy VIII Ultimania. Balam used to be part of the Holy Dalit Empire, but after winning its War of Independence, it remained calm and peaceful. Balam is mainly accessed by boats, although is also connected to the Galbadian continent by underwater train, which offers a service from the town of Timber. So, underwater trains, that's cool. It's always cool to have that stuff.
Yes.
Then we move on to the Balam Garden, which is a major location 8, situated east of the town of the Balam. Students, usually orphans, attend schools in hopes of becoming seeds. Balam Garden is one of these gardens in the world alongside Trembia Garden and Galbania Garden. Now, remind me.
That's your starting.
Seed is a mercenary force.
Yeah, they're like child soldiers.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that's what the game is about, child soldiers fighting unwillingly.
Oh, gosh. So we had one, like the previous game is dealing with an ex-soldier or former soldier having issues, and then the next game, hey, we're going to still have more soldiers, but we're going to go younger. Yeah. We're going younger.
I don't remember them being unwilling, though.
Well, they don't know why, but they don't know a lot about why they're doing what they're doing or how they got there because of
So they're just like any other 17-year-old signing up for the National Guard or the Army or whatever. Yeah, they're gung-ho to go fight for their people.
Well, they're orphans and they get moved to this area and they're like, okay, well, now you're going to go to school. And by the way, the school is training you how to be a soldier. So
if you'd like to, come on down, buddy.
Yeah.
Right. And now we move to the Balam town, which is a town located in the country of the same name. A peaceful seaside town, Balam is a popular tourism spot. It's connected to the Galbadian continent via the Transcontinental Railway. Is famous for a delicacy known as the Balam fish. Souvenirs are sold here at the front of the train station. Tourism is a valuable source of revenue for the city. The design of its buildings is unique based on the curved lines with streamlined patterning of uniform height to converse the natural scenery. As Balam is the main town of the island nation of the same name, with abundant natural environments and surrounded by the ocean, the sea breeze corrodes metal fast unless the town has a very busy garage with vehicle maintenance. I mean, with everything being, like, easily corroded by ocean, yeah, it makes sense.
Maybe don't make everything out of metal, then.
Yeah, let's go with wood.
Yeah.
No, but so early on with the garden and the town, one thing they did really early in 8 that so in 7 you go through Midgar and then you get your world map and it's this big experience. It's like, oh, this is so cool. Well, we'd all experienced that with 7, or they assumed. So in 8, like, you get on the world map almost immediately. Like, you're in the garden, and then you're just immediately going out into the world map. And I always thought it was an interesting choice how they saved that for so long in 7, and then it was like once the toothpaste is out of the tube, it's like, okay, you're just immediately on the world map.
Well, most of the previous games you get started on the world map almost immediately. Like in 5, you're almost immediately on the world map with Bart's, and I think 4 is pretty quick too. So yeah, 7's really the only one where it's like you're stuck in this one area for a long time.
Right. But I mean, these were my first one, so I guess that's probably clouding it. But also, I feel like it would have been hard given the technology, to stay in one town in the first 6 for an extended amount of time.
That's true. Yeah.
Right. And Riku even says in chat, 1 and 2 start pretty quickly, 1 immediately. Yeah, I mean, with 1 and 2 makes sense because the type of style, it was also like their number 1. They might have thought that was going to be their last game forever. So that one being immediately on the world map as soon as you start made sense because they had no idea where the company was going to go after that.
Yeah.
They also mentioned the fish in here, and anyone who has played and done the draw grind early on, I'm sure I'm not the only one who, even before you get to the fire cavern, going onto the beach and running on the beach just to grind out, I think it's the water spell from the fish, and it just makes that Ifrit fight a breeze.
And speaking of Ifrit, we are now going to the Fire Cavern, located east of Balam, the cavern home to numerous fire elemental monsters, and serves as the home for the Guardian Forest Ifrit. Yeah. You fight Ifrit pretty freaking early in the game.
Start that amnesia early.
Yep. And, which this is a little side tip, Ben, is this Ben Starr? Is that his name? Voice of Clive.
I think so.
His first Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy VIII, and he specifically remembered fighting the Ifrit fight and how confusing the game was at first until he got older. But which is really cool because his character Clive is Ifrit.
Yeah, that's true.
So, which was pretty cool, I thought. So moving on, we have Dalit, which is a small independent duchy lying in the northeast region of the Galbadia continent. It is the setting for Squall, Zell, Cypher, and Sylphie's seed entrance exam. Dalit is one of the few locations in the world to possess broadcasting technology, which makes it important to multiple parties. It is the last remnant of the Holy Dalit Empire, most of which is now governed by Galbadia. Due to its warm climate and beautiful scenery, it has become a popular tourist attraction.
So it's radio town.
Gotta have those radio voices.
Well, once they lock up the big bad, I think I'm pretty sure that's what cuts off the signal. So then being able to broadcast is a huge deal because this is a place where you can't, like, if you can't talk to people, there ain't nothing you can do.
Right.
Yeah.
And responding to some people in the chat right now, there was one thing specifically with Ifrit. He had a timer on the boss fight. There's a timer on the boss fight, which sucks. Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that also reminds me of 7 whenever you have to set the timer for the bomb and you have to escape. So in this one, it wasn't running away. This one, it was running to the boss. So I know Riku said he was panicked about it. I always liked the time things because I like that little sense of urgency.
Yeah, that's fair.
The first time you do it, it's like, am I going to have enough time? And then, like, especially in 7, you're like, okay, this is absolutely nothing.
So, moving on, we have Timber, which is under martial law by the Galbanian army, and it has many resistant groups struggling to regain Timber's independence. Notable features include its many train lines, and television broadcasting studio is also the home of the Timber Maniacs, a publishing company. And then moving within Timber, we have the Forest Owl Base, which is a yellow train, which is the headquarters for the Forest Owls Rebel Group. The player visits the headquarters once during the mission to swap President Dealing's train to capture him. In-game, the train has a skull with the word text Raiders under it painted on the side, but this is absent from the official artwork. Words.
I agree with Riku in the chat. He says, I love Timber's vibe, the music, the architecture. I
Fair.
also because it had like you run through, you have the train stations you can run down. I'm pretty sure there's like a pub you can run into, and it's just got all sorts of personalities in it. Um, it's a really well put together thing. And they mentioned the mission where you swap the trains. I really enjoyed the mechanics on that and just everything to do with that whole little side story arc.
How do you
Right.
swap a train?
So they disconnect the cables and reconnect the cables, so they're swapping out the cars, so that way you can get the car that has the president, and you put in a fake one, but it's like a double swerve, and then the president isn't the president, and you have to fight a boss that I'm pretty sure you can kill with healing potions.
Oh, an undead.
Interesting.
There's always
Yeah,
one in a Final Fantasy game.
right, exactly. Going with now we have the Sintra excavation site is an unrevisable location. Is visited during the second Laguna Dream when Squall's party is heading toward Galbania Garden. So, make sure you explore this area because you will not be going back to it
Isn't the
at
Laguna
all.
Dream that's with Squall's dad, right? That's who Laguna is.
Yeah.
And you see it's like what he did in the past. You're basically having like flashbacks or something like that. I don't know how it's explained.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Box Girl says in chat, Phoenix down one shots that boss, by the way, from
Yeah.
earlier. Which is fantastic. Let's heal you. Oh, you're dead. Going on, now we have Galbadia. Is one of the largest political powers, is a military dictatorship under the command of Vincer Dealing. Langara, Kiros, and Ward were Galbanian soldiers who appeared in flashbacks.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Galbania Garden, also known as G Garden, is situated in the Galbanian continent. Is one of the three gardens. Martine is its headquarter and guardian master, or headmaster and guardian master. And Irving trains and lives there. Quetis also spent a brief time at the Galbania Garden taking lessons.
So that's where you pick up Irvine, I'm assuming, where
I
he
believe
joins
so.
the party.
I think he joins the party in Tim. Is it Riku might correct me here. I think he joins the party in Timber when you're getting ready to head off for the assassination mission.
Fun. It's in G Garden.
Like I said, he will correct me, and
Yeah,
I'm sure he's right.
G Garden. He's standing out in front of
Yep.
Martine. Okay. So now we have Tomb of the Unknown King, which is located near Dealing City, a labyrinthine tomb overrun with water and plant growth. The Tomb of the Unknown King is the home of the Guardian Forest Brothers. The player is required to only visit the entrance. Further exploration of the tomb and recruiting brothers is optional.
Seems like you want to do that though.
Yeah, but so there's a really cool thing with the Tomb of the Unknown King. When you walk into the room, you're always starting south, and you've got to go either left, right, or forward. So even if you like come in from the left, it orients you like you're coming in from the north. So you're looking up. So
Oh.
you have to really kind of you have to go, I think, one way, hit a switch, go a different way. It's a good puzzle. It's one I had to look up when I was younger because I got frustrated because I kept getting lost. But it's one that I definitely remember fondly, and it's very cool. It's really good.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It does sound like a nightmare.
Yeah.
And brothers like Ifrit were given personalities highly suggested during the full quest. Yeah, Riku said that too. And Dealing City, which is next, is designed, influenced by the city of Paris, France. According to the Final Fantasy VIII Ultimania, Dealing City is perpetually covered in clouds, and there are only 10 days of clear sky in a year.
That's not France. That's Seattle.
Boom said he got lost with a guide on the Tomb of the Unknown King. I got lost in Dueling City a lot, just wandering around. So whenever I was younger, it reminded me of New Orleans for some reason. I don't know why, but my brain always connected it with New Orleans.
Well, that would be French. But, yeah.
Follow the buses, LOL. Riku says. Moving on. Louisiana. Fair enough, Riku. Fair enough. St. Louisiana is pretty close. Oh yeah. Now we have Wind Hill, which is a town. It is a quadrant pastoral village on the southwest end of the Galbanian continent, west of the town of Timber. Somewhat isolated in comparison to other towns, Wind Hill has no direct road or rail connections and is cut off from the rest of the continent by mountains, making it accessible only by sea or air. The village is surrounded by open plains and rolling fields.
Seems pretty impractical to be cut off from the rest of the world.
Right, I know.
Well, the only time you go there is when you're in a flashback with Laguna, and it's he's gone there to isolate from the world. So I think that's kind of the point.
If you want to be a hermit,
that makes sense.
And honestly, Wind Hill is some of my favorite parts of Laguna. A lot of it I get annoyed with when I go back and replay because I just want to play as Squall. And the more I learn, the more it gets better. But Wind Hill I thought was really a high point for the Laguna part.
Oh, that's great. Sorry. I saw that there is a chocobo cross in the middle of the city. Pointing out to Steve. Chocobos. Gotta love those chocobos, man. Chocobos are great.
Yeah.
Now we have the D District Prison, which is an unrevisable location. The player can thus permanently miss certain things, like the character report, if they conclude the events without doing everything first. Now, for everybody asking what the heck is character report, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh God, what the heck?
This has Zell's high point for me because they take his weapons and he realizes, wait, I'm a monk. I fight with my fists. I can just go out here and beat these guys up, and then we can take our weapons back. So
right.
Oh yeah, and they torture Squall.
The character report keeps track of numbers of kills and KOs per character. It's given by a prisoner on floor 10 of D District Prison. The player must attain the battle meter first. Because the prison is an unvisible location, they only have one chance of getting it. So this item you get that you can track how many kills and KOs each character would have. It's
you
just
don't want to miss that.
Fun little mechanic that you can track how many kills Squall has and how many times he's been KO'd and so forth and whatnot with each character. Nothing too crazy. So we now have Missile Base, situated out in the deserts of the southwestern region of Galbadia. That's it. Pretty close and simple.
Trey, do you have anything on Missile Base?
So when I've talked a few times about how I liked Selfie the second time I played it. The missile base, I'm pretty sure, is when you take control of her and you have to run and try and stop the missiles from attacking the gardens. Biggs and Wedge, I think, play big parts in this part too. So it's always fun when Biggs and Wedge show up.
Nice.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is where the gardens start moving, right?
And Riku corrects, you don't control Selfie, you're along for the ride. So,
okay, but so when you say you like directing where the gardens go.
Nobody controls Selfie. Oh. Apparently, no one controls Selfie. Oh.
I don't think they start moving until later.
Oh, well, how do you? Okay. Oh,
how do you
that's
what?
right. She she changes the coordinates of the missile.
Yeah,
That's
like you go through this, you fight your way in, and you change the coordinates.
yeah, I forget.
All right, that's
And
fair.
there's a really cool scene, like, so they change the coordinates and they shoot, you kind of see the rocket shoot off, and they're just like, well, I hope we did it. I hope Squall's doing all right, and then it fades off. But yeah, it's definitely where she shines.
Nice. So now we have Fisherman's Horizon, abbreviated for FH. The town is attached to the transcontinental bridge in the middle of the ocean, with Agalbadia to the west and Esthar to the east. The town is highly populated and sees little immigration due to the Esthar shutting itself off from the outside interest. The town, built of recycled materials and powered by windmills and solar panels. As the town mayor is a strict pacifist, the town has no militia or weapons, and disputes are solved through discussion.
Nerd.
Really, that's what you have to say about it? Nerd.
In the Final Fantasy world, you can't be a pacifist. It's what are we doing here?
That's fair. That's pretty fair. Yeah, in the Final Fantasy universe, you don't want to be a pacifist because that typically means certain death.
Mm-mm.
You can be a pacifist until somebody comes to take over.
Pretty much. So, but yeah, that's fun. Do you have anything on Fisherman's Horizon, Trey?
I got nothing.
Okay, that's fair. So
Sounds like a fascinating area.
I know, right?
I do remember it being a cool little spot, and I remember interacting with the mayor. But I don't have any super specific memories of it.
That's fair. So, at this point, we're going to take a quick mid-break, thank our patrons, and we will be right back.
Amazon Health AI presents Painful Thoughts.
Why did I search the internet for answers to my cold sore problem? Now I'm stuck down a rabbit hole filled with images of alarmingly graphic sores in various stages of ooze. I can clear my search history, but I can never unsee that.
Don't go down the rabbit hole. Amazon Health AI gets you the right care, fast. Healthcare just got less painful.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro Cat Food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
Welcome to the mid-break of the show, where we talk about everything with the podcast that has nothing to do with the lore of Final Fantasy. Here, we want to thank all of our awesome patrons. Thank you so much for supporting us. And if you too want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/Final Fantasy Lorecast to get ad-free episodes, or even join us once a month on the show itself, a topic of your choosing. And you can also support us in a few different ways as well on Apple and Spotify. You can leave a 5-star review on Apple with some words we'll read out loud the next time on the show, as well as a nice Spotify comment, which we don't have any this week. But we do have some pretty cool news. We have thank you everybody who listens to the show, because we just recently hit over 15,000 downloads for the show. And we haven't even hit a year yet. Our 1 year is is next month, because we're now in June. So we have 1 month left to our 1 year still, and we hit over 15,000 already, which is insane. And on top of that, we are ranked in 2 different countries right now. We are ranked in the Netherlands in 2 different categories. In leisure, we are not ranked in number 73rd And in video games, we are ranked 14th in the Netherlands, which is insane. And
shout out to the Netherlands.
Right? And then we are also ranked in the United States in video games at 147.
Nice.
So we're in the top 150 of video games in the U.S. currently, which is insane. Turkey still carrying. No, Turkey did unfortunately drop out, which has happened. So the smaller countries typically drop out.
The Netherlands are picking us up.
Yeah, Netherlands got our back, and we drop out of the U.S. like every other week. We're constantly going back and forth in the U.S. charts all the time, which is insane.
We're fickle people over here.
Right, we are. But thank you so much, everybody, for listening to the show. It is giving us great support, and honestly, I'm in awe on how much this show has grown, and it's not even a 1 year yet. We still have a month till 1 year, and it's grown so much. So thank you so much for everybody for supporting us that way. And you can also find us on a few different Discord servers. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord server, which has this show as well as the other shows I host, which are Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. And you can also find us live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/benoftemeria. And you can join all of our awesome supporters in our Twitch chat talking to us why we do the show. And you will recognize some names here and there from our patron episodes, and other people are in here chatting with us that you will hear throughout the episodes as we record. Lots of fun, lots of awesome people. Check that out. Trying to think if anything else is there to add for the mid-break. Do you guys have anything to add?
Nope.
No? All right, cool. Well, let's get back into more FF8.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want, like all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
What's that, bud? The Lincoln Summer Sales event is on now with exclusive offers? Oh, so you want to feel the wind pouring through the available open panoramic vista roof on a road trip? And spend the afternoon beachside hanging out on the back of the spacious Lincoln Splitgate? Okay, I'll schedule a Lincoln test drive today, right before your vet appointment. Visit your local Lincoln retailer or learn more at Lincoln.com.
Stupid thing would not work correctly. Oh my gosh, my buttons are finicky. No, I hit the button and then the button went twice for some reason because buttons.
I didn't even know what was going on because you can't hear it.
I want you to see my disappointed look right now, Riku.
I did not mention the FC. I know. We have an FC, which is Free Company, N14. Go to that on the Seraph server. Join us. Go in our Discord. We'll let you in. Now everybody's like freaking out. Did Trey just leave? Oh, there he is.
Almost made an entire episode.
Almost.
So close.
Almost.
Made it all the way through the mid-break and everything.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Oh, the chat right now is making me crack up so much. Oh my god. But anyway, moving on, we have the Trebia Garden. Trebia?
Sure.
They don't
I don't know. So we
Trebia. Let's
they
go
don't
with
say,
Trebia.
so they don't get to correct it.
Truth,
Yeah.
none of this is voiced, so we don't really have pronunciations of this, do we? Trebia Garden, which is located in the ice and northern continent of Trebia. Students, usually orphans, attend the garden, sometimes in hopes of transferring to the Balam Garden and becoming seeds. Selfie, Selfie, lived and trained here before she was transferred to the Balam Garden. Like other gardens, Trebia Garden is built on top of the ancient Centra structure. The Trebia Garden uniform is light gray, and their garden logo color is yellow. So, yeah, fun stuff. Another garden. And I just love the chat right now.
And
I've
got to be honest.
The people need to know. The people need to know about the
not-
FC.
I'm not gonna have a ton to contribute on the locations after this, because once you get to this point, it's all really downhill for me. This is when I just start running through it, because it's all so confusing and convoluted. And at this point, it was just, okay, I got to get through it and figure it out.
Typical Final Fantasy game.
You hear that?
Exactly.
It's convoluted.
So, right. So now we have Edia's house, situated on the shore of the southernmost peninsula of the Central Continent. Near a lighthouse is a large white stone house which lies in ruin in present day. So
I'm pretty sure you can get to her house, like on the world map, really, really early in the game. But Squall will like walk up to it, and he'll just turn around and walk away and be like, "We don't need to be here. Or this isn't important," or something like that.
right.
But I'm pretty sure it's this. But I know there's somewhere that he does that, and I always thought that was a cool little tidbit, because it made you want to make sure you came back to it.
And it is used to be a site of an orphanage. Many of the children who were raised there later became students of the various gardens around the world. It's possible to visit the world map as soon as the player tames the mobile Balam Garden, but Squall refuses to enter, deeming the place irrelevant.
Is it, though? Or is it super important? He just doesn't want to face it. A little foreshadowing there.
Yes to both. So now we have the White Seed ship, which is a ship created in the combination Floating Garden and Orphanage by Ida Kramer. The ship is staffed by White Seed and is home to orphans, many whose parents died during the Sorceress War.
It's just a crazy amount of orphans turned into.
Right? I know. And for anybody to know, the Sorceress War is a war occurred approximately 18 years before the game start. The war is named for its initiator, Sorceress Adele, who was on the quest for global domination.
The sorcerers do.
Yeah, in most like typical fantasy settings. Not all. Lord of the Rings and Witcher excluded.
I would just like to point out, going back to my previous point, there are other jobs to do in this world, correct? Besides be a child soldier. What are these kids doing? You can go be a fisherman. You can go sell things. You can do
be
all
a
kinds
peasant.
of things. Yeah.
Well, I think in the gardens it's like a school, and so the ones we see are the guys who we're the ones who are going to train by the GameStop to do the National Guard stuff after school. That's our group of people. I think there are classrooms full of other orphans who aren't about that life. I think like when you go in and you see all those desks at your class, I think a lot of those kids that sit at those desks are fellow orphans who go off and become fishermen and do other stuff.
Okay.
That's fair.
You'd like to hope.
And Riku responds, not only that, Timber has a huge media network of newspapers and magazines, which,
Yeah.
And I
They
mean,
can
that
get
makes
jobs there.
sense because they have the transportation, the trains and stuff there to get the print news out, since for the last 18 years you haven't been able to broadcast.
So now we have the Great Salt Lake, which is where Squall and the party enter the hidden city of Esthar. Its dungeon portion is an unrevisable location. So once you get done with this location, you will not be going back to it. So explore as much as possible. And then obviously next we have Ethar, which is one of the main political powers. Also, name the nation's capital. Gosh, I can't talk today. Ethar City, located in the large continent east of Galbadia. Ethar is Galbadia's major political rival, and its territory spans the entire eastern continent. And within that, we have Ethar City, which is the capital city of the reclusive nation Ethar. It spans almost entirely of the Great Plains of Ethar. It, along with the rest of the country, is hidden behind an OCS, optical camouflage system, barrier, an invention that cloaks Ethar from the view of the outside world.
Which towns in this game are not reclusive? Because it seems like this is about the fourth or fifth one that we've come across.
Well,
like,
I mean,
we
this
don't
is
want anybody
Wakanda.
around.
Yeah, this is literally
Wakanda.
like this city is futuristic as hell.
Okay, so they're fighting
Like-
other people, but
like
the other people don't know
what-
where they're at.
Yeah, like Riku says, Ethar looks like humanity built in 4026 AD.
Mm.
Like,
So I'm
super
pretty sure this is
futuristic.
where, this is where the sorcerers were in the war, and then
Right.
the gardens were the other side. So then after the sorceresses scattered everybody, you probably just have your small little settlements building back up. So yeah, you're right, Steve. There's just not a lot going on in terms of communicating with the outside world.
Mm.
You have your city, and then that's it.
Yep.
Nobody's
And then
coming.
now we go to the moon, the lunar base.
As you
which
do in
is
Final Fantasy.
which is an Ethian space station created to observe the moon. Full-time crews take turns spending half a year at the base, and even the president of Ethar sometimes comes over. The lunar base is entered in special capsules upon where the person is placed in a state of forced sleep and launched off into the air from the lunar gate, a launch pad in Ethar. Giant green nets at the base receives the capsules, in which you are taken to the boarding room.
So what happens if they miss?
So, right, I know this literally just
Like, can you
reminds
imagine
me
being
of-
on one of those and going past the net and just watching it go past you?
Well, the thing is, though, you're in forced sleep, so you don't have no recollection of any of this when you're
True.
launched.
So you're just
So you have no idea.
You go to sleep and no wake up. It ain't so bad.
Right, exactly. That's fine. But this kind of reminds me of like the Saiyan capsules from DBZ.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. So now we have the Sorceress Memorial, which is a structure built to commemorate the Sorceress War. It also functions as a place to seal potentially dangerous sorceresses. So it's a memorial, but it's also kind of a seal to keep bad people who want to dominate the world in check.
But aren't all the sorceresses bad in this game, or they have the potential to be bad, right? Because they can be taken over by what's her butt.
Yeah, they're not all
yeah.
bad. I'm pretty sure. But Abel, or what, I think that's her name, or Adele, I'm not sure what if it's a B or a D, but yeah, she's the evil one, and she can just like when she dies, she goes over and takes over another sorceress.
Yeah.
Now we have the Deep Sea Research Center, also known as Battleship Island, which is a hidden island located far off the middle of the ocean in the southwest corner of the world map. It is abandoned, sunken laboratory formerly used to research draw effects, though other less commonly known research has been going on.
That sounds pretty suspicious.
Right.
Bahamut.
Is that what it
And
is?
I'm pretty sure this is where you get Bahamut. Yeah, that's what Riku also said Bahamut in the chat.
Yep,
So
yep.
I think that's it. Yep, that's Bahamut.
And then now we have Shumi Village, which is an optional location whose primary inhabitants are the Sumi. The village is located 323 meters underground on the Winter Island in the cold northern reaches of the world map, but is characterized by warm, comfortable climate. The village can be explored after the player gains access to the mobile Balam Garden.
What is Eden? Question in the chat.
Eden is a 14 thing.
No.
It's also the Knights of the Round of 8.
That's also true.
Ben,
Well, it's both. It's both.
you know, I was not asking you about 14.
Yes. It's also like a 5-minute cutscene summon.
Okay.
So you have the boost, and you have to hold one of the triggers, and you tap square, one of the buttons. Eden was always the easiest one to get the max number to, because you could always, you had plenty of time to get there. You could go make a sandwich. It was great. It wasn't as long as Knights of the Round though, and it is a very cool cutscene, like Riku is saying. It's the better version of Knights of the Round. I shouldn't call it the same.
So now we have the Lutanic Pandora, which is a colossal structure that can induce the lunar city. Lutanic Pandora encompasses the crystal pillar and the casing built around it to make it mobile. Lutanic Pandora consists of 2 parts, the crystal pillar interior and the labyrinthine tunnels that run throughout. In the surrounding case, a large semi-rectangular structure built around the pillar made of a dark material, most likely a type of metal. Aether's emblem is prominent on the structure's side.
Okay. Trey, explain that to me like I'm 5.
I was looking up the boost thing for Riku, so I have to go and read it. The Lunatic Pandora?
Yeah.
It's big structure with other structures around that structure.
I got the structure. I assumed it's structure. Trying to figure out, there's a lot of terminology in there that I'm not familiar with. A lunar cry, not familiar with that. Or a crystal pillar.
Fair.
So the lunar cry is what they're trying to have happen. I think it even happens in the game. It's when the moon monsters fall to Earth.
The moon monster.
And the crystal pillar is literally, that's it. It's a crystal pillar.
Nothing special about it. Just a pillar made of crystal.
Yeah.
It's a large crystal structure that originates from the moon and is believed to have fallen on the planet with a lunar cry. That's it.
Okay. Well, I see the word crystal, and we're talking about Final Fantasy. I assume it's important. But
typically, yes.
Yeah, and
you're not wrong.
Yeah, it's the pillar, and then you can open Pandora's box with the lunar cry and then releasing those monsters out into the Earth.
Make sure to call them moon monsters. I like that term.
Moon monsters. And then we have Lutanic Pandora Laboratory. The researchers are devoted to studying the Lutanic Pandora and are responsible for finding the secrets within the structure. Next, we have the Ultimcidia Castle, which is the final dungeon. It features every randomly encountered monster at random levels. Transport to and from the Ultimcidia's world in the normal world can be done via 4 portals outside the castle, which leads to various locations on the world map. Towns are sealed, but the player can still access optional dungeons, Chocobo Forest, and the Ragnarok. Yeah, and the Ragnarok is a Esther's space shuttle. Because space.
Because space, yeah.
Moving on, we have the Venene Mountains, forming the southern border of the Trabia, just north of Esther. This mountain range stretches from west coast to the east coast. Yes, and the Ragnarok is shaped like a red dragon. That is true, Riku. That is cool. Very true. Makes it very cool. Now we have the Lunar Gate, which is located directly east of Esther City, near the eastern coast of the continent. Is an airport-like facility used by Ether to shuttle people to the lunar base. By launching them in, forced sleep comas to the moon in a capsule pod. It's like, hey, we're going to slingshot you to the moon. Hope you survive and hope we don't miss.
Well, hopefully you're in a shuttle, as somebody, Trey said it, or Riku said, I forget which one, but yeah, Renoa gets launched out there without
nothing, with no tether whatsoever.
Floating away. Yeah.
Now we have Tears Point, located in the Great Plains of Ether, east of the Ether City, is the first to visit after leaving Ether City. Ether City, God, these words, allowing the player to explore the continent. We have Obol Lake, which is north of Timber, is a horseshoe-shaped lake with a small ledge and a river flowing northwards through Valani Canyon.
Cool.
I know, right? These are so cool locations. We have Central Ruins, which is an optional location on the Central Continent. First accessible by the mobile Balam Garden, is dominated by the orthogonal frame and is a remaining structure of the ancient Centra civilization. The ruins look old but are riddled with technology. Throughout the structure, blue and red wires power the apparatus inside. Some devices work as controlled by magic. It is unknown what purpose the ruins once served. Because that's fun. We're going to have these ruins, but we're not going to explain
I don't
what
remember
happens
those
in
at
this.
all.
Oh, yes, and which one? Yeah, Odin. Is Odin in the ruins? I can't remember. Is that Tomberry's in the ruins?
It says Tonberry. It says there's Odin's chamber. Yeah, Odin and Tonberry's are both in here. I don't.
Okay.
I definitely got Odin, but I don't remember the ruins at all. So shame on me.
Well, Tonberries suck. I hate Tonberries. Here's instant death with all these knives.
Yeah.
Hate Tonberries. Anyway, now we have Island closest to Heaven, which is in the far northeastern side of the world map. Near the heavily wooded area of the north side of the Esther continent is a small island in the short archipelago of islands, making it difficult to find without guidance and can only be reached using the Ragnarok.
What is going on this island?
Island closest to Heaven.
With the least creative name of all time.
Right. Has no relevance to the main story whatsoever.
I was always told the thing closest to Heaven was West Virginia.
Is that what you heard?
Okay.
Well, it's almost Heaven.
That is what John.
Pretty close.
Said. Yeah.
And then now we have Island closest to Hell. Is the westernmost island to the southern western side of the Galbanian continent, is larger than the island closest to Heaven and easier to locate on the map, but is only accessible using the Ragnarok.
What is going on in these islands?
So yeah, and what Riku says, both of these islands are the farm locales for monsters and draw points.
I see.
They're literally for farms. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Fun stuff. Yeah, it's.
I like having.
It's for
I like
grinding
having
spots.
those though.
It's useful level grinding. That's literally what it's here. It's what they're all here for.
But you don't want to level grind in 8.
No.
Unless you hate yourself.
No, you do not. But yeah, that's all the
Look at those
locations
draws,
in FF8.
Look at that. We made it through in one part for this one.
I know, right? I mean, compared to 7, which had, not only the original game, but we have multiple games with that one, so it makes sense for that.
Yeah, he skipped the Shumi tribe, didn't he?
No, we talked
No,
about
we
it.
were talking about Shumi.
Did he go through them? Okay, I must have. Oh, that's whenever I was looking up the boost thing. Yeah, they were always so weird. The Shumi people, they were so weird for me. I didn't understand what was going on with them.
What is it?
They're just they look different. Their outfits are different. I'm sure it's in the story, but young me just had no clue, and it's been so long
Riku says
since
they're
I played
Pokemon.
it. Yeah, apparently they're Pokemon.
And Box Hero says Cactar Island was also awesome for AP grinding. It's Cactars. I will say the Cactar challenges in FF Rebirth were annoying because I did not like how the Cactars are. Like, God, the Cactars were annoying as hell.
Yeah, especially when you had to do them as Aerith. That was
Yes, that's even worse. It's like, really? The first time with Eris was fine. The second time you had to do it with her was like, okay, can you stop?
Yeah. Not my favorite.
Characters are built for annoyance in every iteration. Yes, they are. Absolutely. But yeah, that was FF8. It was great.
There's not a lot of story description with what we learn in those locations.
Because all the story is dealt with. What 8's story is mostly with Squall and his amnesia stuff. So nothing with the locations per se.
I've seen videos on the game. I've heard breakdowns of it. I today don't know who the villain is of 8.
Sorceress Adel or Abel
Adele,
or whatever her name is.
Adele. Or you can break it down to
Riga
amnesia.
Yeah.
Amnesia is the real enemy. That's
Ultimecia, not Adele, because I think Ultimecia took her over, didn't she, Riku? And that's how it started. He'll answer in a minute.
Yeah,
he's trying to do time compression or something like that, and so we can make the
There's
world.
a sorceress that looks kind of like a man.
Archer.
Yeah, but no,
Archer,
can
you stop with this? So we have Beyonce, Ariana, and Adele in the FF universe.
Yeah, so I mean, the main villain is a
great.
sorceress who is told that she is killed. Her destiny is to be killed by a seed member named Squall, and so she time travels to try and stop it, which inadvertently starts the process of seed. Because it's I can't even think of the words I'm trying to say. The saying where when you think something's going to happen, it definitely does happen. But
Right.
I'll get to it
I know what you
once we hang up.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
We gotcha. We understand. But yeah, that's what we have in Final Fantasy VIII locations, which is super exciting. Next episode, we are going to be diving into... next episode will be Final Fantasy IX, which is Steven's favorite game.
6-parter. Everybody buckle up.
Yeah, no, we're not. Hopefully, God knows.
I do expect
hopefully
it to
not
be at
go
least
into
2
that
parts.
long. We will see. I will make up the show notes and we'll see from there. So, fun
It's
stuff.
definitely going to be at least 2 parts. I promise you that, Ben.
Dear God. Okay. Well, I'll be prepared to do more show notes on top of show notes and show notes and show notes.
I just split them up.
I know, that's what I do. But yeah, that's a lot of fun stuff. Hey, I only mentioned 14 because of Riku, so don't blame me.
Yeah, Boom just finished 9 not long ago, I believe. I think he was talking about making his way through that. We'll have lots of comments, I'm sure, to say as well.
Yes, I accept the blame. Yes, okay, that's good, Riku. And if anybody's a 14 fan and has yet to buy a Secret Labs chair, they actually are now doing a collaboration with 14 finally to do a 14-themed Secret Labs chair, which is very effing tempting. It's based off the Crystal Tower.
I think you should pay for a Patreon for our show before you pay for a chair like that.
If you got $600 burning a hole in your pocket, then you can go ahead and buy yourself a chair with some.
Ben burying the lead on this $600 chair.
I've been wanting to get a new. I need a new gaming chair, and I need something that has good lumbar support. And Secret Labs has a lot. And
you're getting ready to sell your car. Like, it's gonna work out.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna use that money for my car towards my new car. So
I play in my bed.
Oh, I play I have a living room with like a 65, 70-inch TV. So, but don't do it. You know you will, but don't do it. Okay, it looks awesome. And before we end the show,
look very cool.
It looks awesome. It's based off the Crystal Tower, chair. And it has 3 magnets that have the different jobs with the Meteor logo. Or 3 different roles, not jobs, but 3 different roles. DPS, healer, tank, which is pretty cool.
I paid $10 for this thing at Goodwill the other day.
There you go. See, that looks better than the $600 chair.
Whoa. Whoa.
Better.
It's either that or if I might drop and finally do the Witcher Secret Labs because you get a Gwent car out of it.
Oh.
You get and you know me, I love Gwent. But anyway, with that being said, thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, and may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net. You can find us on Twitter at FFLorecast, and you can email us at fflorecast@gmail.com.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
I'm Hannah. I've lost 75 pounds in 20 months with GLP-1s, plus diet and exercise. On Ro, I've gone from struggling to run a mile to running farther every day. You can access FDA-approved GLP-1s online. Get the support you need to reach your weight loss goals. Go to ro.co/weight to see if you qualify. I'm a paid Ro partner. 20% average weight loss in 1 year in non-diabetics with obesity or overweight with a weight-related medical condition versus 3.1% in placebo arm. RX only. To stay informed about serious side effects, go to ro.co/safety.